Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the movie, which is more based on Sonic the Hedgehog 3. So that's a bit weird, isn't it?
Oh, we'll get into
Just
it.
wait till we get the Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Shit's gonna get weird fast.
But yeah, same deal as last time. We're watching it on, is it Paramount, John?
Amazon,
Amazon.
Prime Video.
Amazon Prime Video, gotcha.
Yeah. Whatever
Yeah.
version you are watching, though, we are starting right as the Paramount logo fades in. So, ready yourself.
I believe they all start like we're far beyond the days of like now coming to a home theater near you sort of days, you know. But yeah, anyway, let's get this shindig started that we can properly talk about everything else except Sonic the Hedgehog 2. So on my mark, on zero, hit play on your video player. Hit and play in 3, 2, 1, click.
I messed up.
And there we go.
Somehow my dick's in
What
the ceiling fan.
No, I
Rude humor.
Videos.
I think everyone who watched the last movie, I think what everyone's really waiting for is just to see what random shit we get recommended at the end of the movie. I'm voting for Peppa Pig again. Let's see what we get, boys.
I'm expecting Bluey. Actually.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
joke. I cannot fucking wait for the Bluey movie. Fucking love that show so much, man. It's so
It
good.
is still so bizarre seeing this opening thing where
Sega.
I highly doubt we are getting Golden Axe in the movie for the record. But they're still.
Well, I think it's more just like you know we have other properties other than Sonic and Yakuza. We swear. Remember the Golden Axe shit? Yeah, that's us.
I'm just wondering, looking at all of the gameplay footage they used to make that Sega logo, how much did they just rip from YouTube because they didn't just bother just getting all the games out of their library.
My weirdest thing is like how much Lost World gets presence in the Sonic portions. Why that game?
I think it's probably. I mean, for what it's worth, it has a very bright and visual, like interesting color palette. So maybe that's what they're banking on.
Specifically, it's the opening CG cutscene from Lost World that they use a lot.
Oh, okay, yeah. So they're up in the sky and literally nothing else.
Yeah, look at that. Wait a minute, his arms aren't blue. This is not accurate to the movie.
Robotnik.
That's how you know he's going crazy.
I will say there was an alternate version of this intro where Robotnik drinks the mushroom coffee and he legit goes on a trip. Like he legit gets high off mushroom coffee in the original version of this opening. And then the like Stone starts talking to him, and it's his actor in like makeup to look like he's a stone, just like in the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
It's all connected. It's genius.
Which is funny because that is like maybe they went against it because at the end of the day they didn't want a mushroom samba sequence in a children's movie, but you can easily infer that maybe it is some sort of psychedelic stuff happening with him because
it's on the
Avatar
Blu-ray.
did it.
Robotnik's face gets fucked up, like it gets all weird and distorted. It's legit kind of weird to watch.
Isn't there a scene like that in one of the Dragon Ball Z movies too, where
Gohan gets drunk.
yeah, he gets drunk. You're thinking of Dead Zone. Yeah.
No, the best version of that in a kids cartoon is an episode of the original Transformers cartoon called Microbots, where the Decepticons legit get drunk on Energon cubes. It's fucking hysterical. Hail Cybertron, land of the metal moon! And like the Autobots invade, and Megatron's like attack, and you just see Laserbeak fucking crashing to the ground because he's drunk off his tit. It's fantastic. God, I miss cartoons made in the 80s.
Where the hell did this man get 500 miles of copper wire on the Mushroom Planet?
I think it's insinuated that everything's made of mushroom.
Yep.
Plus his Eggmobile went with him.
Did it? Okay,
Well,
yeah, you're absolutely right about that.
You know what's weird though is like it's technically speaking at the end of the first movie, Sonic takes the power back from that quill, and now he just fuck it, it's got power again. All right, 0 out of 10, worst movie ever made.
You see, but at the same time though, when you're right that he does take his power back. At the same time, after that, he immediately starts doing his flash shit. Where he's expelling all that energy and bonking Robotnik repeatedly. Who's to say the quill just didn't get recharged?
God damn you,
dropped
Ezra
another
Miller,
one.
you ruin everything.
Yeah. Or he dropped another one. Yeah, you're right.
So these three guys, I know they come out of nowhere in the movie. There was a comic prequel which had small little stories for like all of the major characters, and Knuckles gets dragged into this like tournament where he has to defeat this giant monster, and then he uses his winnings to hire these three twerps to locate Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody remembers it for that. I think everyone remembers how Agent Stone acquires the Mean Bean coffee shop.
Yeah, where
he literally, I think, like gets someone arrested for fraud.
Yeah, he's a dick. I don't like you anymore, Agent
he's
Stone.
An absolute asshole. Yeah. If you never read it, like the tie-in comic to this that leads into this is actually pretty cute. If anything, for the Agent Stone stuff.
Well, also, it explains where Sonic acquires the name Blue Justice. It explains how Tails tracks him down. Again, it shows Knuckles finding Robotnik. It shows, Agent Stone gets a job at the Mean Bean machine, and then using illegal tactics becomes the owner of it and gets a lot of people fired. And it shows Eggman, basically his first like few days on the Mushroom Planet.
Yeah.
I still hate the fact that just call it the Mushroom Hill Planet. For the love of God, give us fans something, please.
It does kind of freak of the same insecurity of like Christopher Nolan making like The Dark Knight Rises. It's like we're not going to call her Catwoman, but we're going to give her cat ears.
I'm John Blake. You should go by your real name, Robin. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Wink, wink. Mushroom Hill.
I will say though, like Knuckles has always been a favorite character of mine. This movie did so much heavy lifting from making Knuckles not a joke anymore. And I fucking love this movie for that reason. He's so awesome in this movie.
To me. Am I just like off, like because I haven't watched the movie in a while?
I think it's because like our first impression of him is with the dramatic close up of you get to see like all the vivid detail. Of
I will say his design is he has been. I would say his design isn't like a one-to-one in his game. I would say Movie Knuckles is more of a mixture of Game Knuckles and Boom Knuckles. Like he's not as big as Boom Knuckles, but he is decidedly he's got a bigger chest and bigger arms than Game Knuckles does.
Yeah, and I also think like categorically he is still taller like of the trio.
Oh yeah, which I think even technically Game Knuckles is taller than it's only by a fraction, but Knuckles is the tallest of the three.
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is happening.
I think I was a movie commentary. Otherwise, we'd never be able to advertise this. There goes the monetization, just gone out the window.
Sonic is just a big fan of those old snowboarding games. Don't worry about it; it's fine.
I've never played, and that's extra creepy.
Same. All I know is the song was used in the advert. That's all I know about that franchise.
It's in the game. It's like the opening title theme.
My playtime of anything around the extreme sports era of video games extends to Tony Hawk 3 demo on Dreamcast.
Don't lie, Johnny.
Oh, wow.
You was playing that Triple X BMX game all the time. Don't fucking lie to us.
Not the one with the titty.
Not yet. The singular titty. There's one titty in that game. So this guy, I just listened to the commentary. I forget this gentleman's name, but he was actually the on-set actor for Sonic. He would basically provide the voice to give people like James Marsden something to respond to in the first two movies.
Which is funny because like I guess at the end of the day, like if Ben Schwartz is just supposed to be voicing the character like behind a recording booth, they wouldn't at least have Ben Schwartz there physically just to give James Marsden something to run off because Ben Schwartz knows how Ben Schwartz delivers the lines.
I mean, it's
also I think it's also good. Sorry, it's also because like Ben Schwartz he's obviously he's not like a AAA actor, but he's in shit constantly. So I think it's between like he could either act in something else or spend time on set where they don't even use his actual voice for the movie. You know, he's gonna take that paycheck and do something else.
Yeah, it's fairly common practice for movies like this. Like, there's behind the scenes video of like even like the old Scooby-Doo live action movies where they just like have someone off stage read his lines fairly flat. Like,
yeah, in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, Sean Gunn, director James Gunn's brother, and the guy who plays what's his name, Kraglin, he was the on-set person for Rocket throughout all three movies.
Oh, okay.
That is my one fact for this commentary. See you next time.
I also think of the big example being Star Wars, because James Earl Jones obviously wasn't there with Mark Hamill and all of them. He was so sometimes you'll see behind the scenes footage of Star Wars, and it's David Prowse doing his accent, just being like, "You are part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor. Take her away."
No, Clement, he wishes he sounded that posh. He's a northerner. He's like, you remember the Rebel Alliance and Traitor? Take her away. Like I wish they would have kept that voice for Darth Vader. It's fucking hysterical. You wouldn't
Do
be.
you think James Earl Jones just showed up on set anyway some days and still like wear the Darth Vader helmet? Like he still wears business casual Friday, but he still has the helmet on.
Well, you know what's weird, because I want to say it wasn't until Return of the Jedi that he was even credited. I want to say in the original releases of Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back, James Earl Jones wasn't credited at all. Because I also originally, George Lucas, he wanted Orson Welles, of course, most famously known for Unicron and Transformers the movie, for Darth Vader, which in a way, obviously, it's glad he didn't, because he died in '86, just before said Transformers movie was released. So if he would have been Darth Vader, we wouldn't have had him in any of the other stuff.
Yeah, speaking of when this movie came out, John, you got to go to the premiere of this, didn't you?
It's a great memory, but also a very painful memory, just given the steps needed to get to that fucking premiere
and the amount of people who beat up Johnny on his way to the premiere. Yeah, this dude's like the Hedgehog. Get him, boys! At the very least, I can at least collect an insurance check. God damn! But no, so yeah, when Sonic 2 was making its rounds, this is 2023, I want to say, or 2022. 2022.
One of the 2022. Yeah, I was invited to the premiere in Los Angeles. I was contacted by Katie, who was one of the managers of Sega.
Pronounce your last name, Johnny.
No, I forgot. And I feel bad. That's not the only time that's happened.
She sent you to Hawaii, you piece of shit. Learn her last name.
I know. And she's. I was going to preface say that she's an absolutely wonderful human being. I'm honored and great to know someone like her. But I was invited to the LA movie premiere when this was making the rounds. But they only covered the ticket itself. I had to cover travel expenses. I had to get the plane and I had to get the hotel. And I was only told 4 days before the premiere.
Oh,
so I had to scramble to get a movie ticket, and I had to scramble to get a plane ticket and scramble to get a hotel room in the short couple of days, which was very expensive, and it was miserable because a lot of flights ended up getting canceled, and what should have been a 48-hour adventure took like 72, and I was in 4 corners of the country in the span of 24 hours. It was hell.
And that's why Johnny pushed for a full Mania playthrough that year.
Yeah.
I gotta make this money back somehow.
At the same time, though, like it is an experience that I'm happy I got to live through, because of course I'm gonna go to a movie premiere in Los Angeles for a franchise I hold near and dear to my heart. I'm always gonna have that memory now of me drunk in Newark, New Jersey, trying to catch a small plane back to Georgia while drunk off of 2 Long Island iced teas and hoping I don't die on the way down.
And that's why he wasn't invited to the Sonic 3 premiere.
Okay, so I was invited to the Sonic 3 premiere, but
like,
same deal.
Not the last time. Fuck you guys.
Same deal. They weren't going to cover any expenses for traveling, and it was just a couple of days before the actual premiere, and I was like, I'm not doing that again. I'm sorry. So it's like one is enough, and I had the Hawaii trip, so that's more than enough for me. I'm always going to be grateful for that.
And now the rest of us are gonna just sit in silence because we're mad because we didn't get invited to anything. Fuck you, Johnny. You ain't better than us.
Why doesn't Sega acknowledge my Let's Plays?
because you turned them off. Come in. You put them all on fucking incognito. No one can find them no more. That's why you shot yourself in the foot there.
Listen, if he doesn't watch your Let's Plays, whatever. However, if he doesn't watch your 2-hour documentary on why Tekken is the weirdest franchise in video game history, then you got to start a fight over that.
Yeah, I need Harada to invite me to Tekken Studios.
Did I ever tell you, by the way, that I don't think I did, But and I know this has nothing to fucking do with the movie, but I don't give a fuck. 'Cause I just remembered
Oh,
this.
God.
But this past MomoCon, when we were at the vendors and that sort of thing, it was a really large T-shirt vendor that had like a really large banner, and I think it was your fucking Street Fighter thumbnail.
Oh, I remember
saw that too.
Oh, I remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I think we took pictures of it and sent it to Clement.
Yeah, and it's like that's illegal.
And then Clement had that man killed.
I stepped up to him. I said, "Where did you find this? That's mine. I did that."
It's like
Clement,
where'd you find the Google Images? Oh, what a coincidence! I found it on Google Images too.
I have this image of like Clement finds him afterwards, hits him in the back head of a brick, falls down, he pulls out a gun, just goes toodles and blows his brains out.
Damn. I gotta
But
put
I
that into a video
digress,
someday.
motherfucker. Again, Clement, that's why your next video has to be on Croc lore, so that Argonaut Games can invite you to be at the premiere of the Croc movie. That will never come out.
Please don't talk about the Croc movie like it's a possibility of actually being a real thing.
No joke, dude. The Croc, like the world building is so charming in Croc. I would unironically watch a Croc movie if they kept it to the tone and style of the original game, and more importantly, the instruction manual. I'd watch the shit out of fucking Croc. Fuck this Hedgehog. Let's talk about, because it's just charming. They talk about how the leader of the Gobos was I forget the guy. Let's just say his name was Jeff. It's like he was known throughout the land as Jeff the intolerant. But in brackets it says, but if people knew it actually stood for Jeff the lactose intolerant, he became a lot less threatening. That's just charming as fuck, man. I love that stuff. That's so cool.
Didn't you guys mention in the last commentary that Sonic only has like 20 of these, and he's using them to
the warp brick?
He does have a limited amount, yeah.
Yeah. And considering he did drop several of those sons of bitches, like when he was like tussling with Robotnik in the city last time. But I assume between this movie and the end of that one, he picked up the ones that are scattered around. Maybe he's got like a radar or some other shit. I don't know.
Well, it's a thing where, spoiler alert, he loses all of his rings in Ice Cap Zone later in the movie. But I think it's maybe implied because and again, spoiler alert, movie 3. They have more rings, so I assume either Knuckles had a bunch or Tails brought. I mean, obviously Tails brought some, so we'll just assume Tails brought them, and then they go back and get them up more at the ring store if they need them. Because sure, why not?
Normally they're just kind of like floating in the air. Oh my god, I don't like the idea that Sonic can actually move his.
He's got
like
90s mohawk. Satellite Design's back. Fuck yes. Best movie
no!
made. And this skateboard is literally, the back of it is based off promotional artwork from SA1 and SA2 of Sonic on a skateboard. Thank you, Tyson Hess. You remember stuff that no one else cares about.
He's getting fins. Wow,
I know, what a
dude,
dweeb.
Bad taste, man. Go for the double stuff.
And for this, I'm like, why? Why bring in the lawnmower and fuck up the liver? I mean, I know he fixes it.
I don't think he knows how it works.
He fixes it in like 4 seconds. But I'm just like, what possessed you to do that? You fucking weirdo,
going on, dude. What the fuck was in that hair chip?
They actually sold. There was a 3-pack toy set, and they had Sonic in his like weird little white thing, his Bob Beakley outfit from later, and I think a baseball setup from the first movie. There was a 3-pack that I bought for my son, and within about half an hour, he lost the baseball bat and baseball that came with it. And then I've never bought him anything again since.
Wait a minute. Tails wasn't wearing a backpack in the teaser from the last movie. There's a continuity error. This movie's
his skin was also orange. They really changed the color design of. Oh, aside from the audio is the same from the end of the first one, but
well, Sega can't decide on a color for Tails either, so I can't blame them too much for that.
I mean, he's been consistently yellow since Sonic Adventure.
No.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, no, he's right.
Classic Tails was like a dark orange /brown.
I'm pretty sure he's
since
more
the modern
orangey
era.
in Sonic Adventure 2. Hold on.
No,
Yeah,
because
but-
see, I was going to bring that up myself, Ted, because you're thinking about the piss poor porting job that Adventure 2 Battle did to the lighting engine, which made Tails look darker than he was.
Yeah, but that's also
Exactly.
the only version of SA2 people played. So, you know.
No, I played the original because
How
I'm not a
dare you.
dickhead.
Well, listen, I'm glad you're one of the 17 people who bought a Dreamcast.
What are you talking
and
about? A lot
paid
of people
for
love
games.
Sonic Eraser on Genesis.
Sonic Crackers is my favorite game.
Yeah, but going back to Tails for a second there, I don't remember the entire like story behind it, but I think originally they weren't going to get Colleen O'Shaughnessy back for Tails for the movie. They were going to cast somebody else, and then the Sonic community made a really fucking huge stink about it.
Well, they had
And,
her
they
in
were-
the preview, so you know. it
Yeah,
kind
well,
of
it's just
felt-
like I think it's more so because when that happened, I and I think a lot of people just like, oh, it's just one line. They just used it because it's quickly, but I'm sure they'll recast her. I don't think there was any like official like, you know, I don't think there was like officially saying they're gonna recast Tails. I think a lot of people just assumed they would, but then people were like, you already have her. She's been doing Tails for 10 years. Just fucking keep her, you bellends, and they did.
Yeah.
That's why I am convinced that for the Sonic 2 teaser, they don't have Shadow speak, and in the Sonic 3 teaser, they don't have
Yeah.
Amy speak.
They don't
so,
have
so
Amy
that so that
speak,
they
you're right.
so that they don't have to if they you know quickly cast someone, even if it isn't their game actor, even if they quickly cast somebody, they're not locked into that for the next one, you know.
Yeah, because imagine making people happy.
I know, right?
Surprisingly, I just did a quick Wikipedia check. The first Sonic movie had a budget of about 90 million. And the second had a budget of about 100. So not that much more. I'm wondering, like, because my gut would be they'd want somebody famous to voice Tails, because they got Idris Elba, who's a huge
Tom
actor,
Holland.
to do.
They would.
I
be
would
Tom
have killed
Holland.
myself if Tom
Actually,
Holland voiced Tails.
Okay, I hate that you said that out loud because I can kind of hear it. And I don't hate it. But
I do.
also don't want it.
Oh, geez, Mr. Sonic, I don't feel so good.
I'm nothing without the tornado, Mr. Sonic.
There's been nothing about the tornado that he don't deserve to have it. Oh, that's the reference to John Ralphio, Ben Schwartz's character from Parks and Rec. He's the worst.
Still, though, it should be said that when I was watching this movie in the theaters, when all the actors and actresses were shown on the screen, the one that got the biggest pop was Colleen O'Shaughnessy. Like, people were really fucking happy to see her.
And
back as
everyone booed when Jim Carrey was on screen. Boo, you shits!
Tails.
Ace Ventura, fuck off!
It's a real Rocky Horror Picture Show experience. Just throwing popcorn at the screen whenever he shows up.
I am surprised they got Jim Carrey back though, because he's well known for his taste in sequels.
At the same time, I think the only time he's like been actively like vocal about that was Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls, which
When
which was
Nature
over
Calls.
30 years ago. Yeah, I know. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking.
Because since then, he technically did come back for a Dumb and Dumber sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
also,
that was like
I-
20 years later, though.
Yeah, but also I would
Yeah.
imagine for this, because they wanted this to be a franchise, they would have been like, they would have signed him to a deal, you know, from the first movie.
But he would also have to agree to that deal, though, too.
Well,
I think-
but what I'm saying is, I think, even like because they wanted this to be a franchise, if Jim Carrey would have been like, I'm only going to do one, and that's it. I think as much as you want to have Jim Carrey as Eggman, I think Paramount would have just gotten somebody who would agree to be in a franchise. You know.
I think it should be said that. I think there's something to be said about like his willingness to continuously come back to this series, because he's not just here; he's in the third movie too.
Which there's
know,
this
and
great thing because after this one he said he was going to quit acting unless there was a script written in gold.
Yeah.
And so as legend goes that the producers, once the script for Sonic 3 was made, they sent it to him and all the ink was actual gold. And so he read that. I was like,
wow.
sure, I'll do that. And
Yeah.
Knuckles, this bit is so fucking like I love fucking Knuckles in this. He's so Idris. Like again, I wouldn't have like Idris Elba. I've loved his work before this. I wouldn't have even thought to like him as Knuckles. But it's such ingenious casting. I love it.
I was gonna say, like, what do we all think of Idris Elba as Knuckles? Like, in terms of like the vocal performance, not so much the character, but like the vocal performance itself.
It's very un-Knuckles like compared to everything else, but I think it works. Again, this is one of my favorite versions of Knuckles. I think it works. So I
they
think
play him straight mostly in this. Like they.
Yeah, he is. No, he is. Yeah, he is. He says a few at the end of the movie. Once, he's friends with everyone. He lightens up a bit, but that works for his character. But they don't treat him like an idiot, which is great.
I mean, so here's the thing. I do like that Knuckles. Not that he's a moron. Okay, I'm gonna take a step back. I do like that.
This bit's so fucking sweet. I'm sorry. This bit's so awesome.
Okay. I don't know, maybe just as somebody who didn't grow up playing the Genesis games where like Sonic 3 Knuckles was this really big badass, me being used to him just more being part of the ensemble and being like more of a comic relief character from the start. Like I guess I'm not used to taking him seriously, I suppose. So this is always a little weird to me, I guess.
That is part of it, though, to go into it. I think a part of it is just because of like the first impression he leaves in his debut is
he chuckles.
Stellar. Because he literally, the first time you see him, he's literally uppercutting uppercutting the emeralds out of fucking Sonic. And he just neutralizes his powers. I
just want to quickly interject here in the novelization when Knuckles goes apprentice of Longclaw. When he's talking to him, he calls Sonic apprentice of Longclaw, child of Mobius. And I wonder if an original version of the movie was going to say that, but then Sega were like, "Can you guys not? Can you guys fucking not? Please don't.
I want to move on from my ex.
Please don't." The last time we referenced Mobius was Sonic Underground. No one wants that. Nobody wants that, please.
At the same time, would you be surprised? Because I don't think even up until the end of the third movie, we still don't have a name for Sonic's World. I think it's just Sonic's World.
Well, I mean, that's how it was in the games. There was a period from I want to say Sonic Colors was the first time Eggman calls it Sonic's World. Now it is officially just Earth again. Like, it's just Earth, but there was that period in the franchise.
Which is how it always should be, because does anybody really care?
No. Well, again, technically, in the Japanese canon, it was always Earth. So, like the Mega Drive games were just set on Earth. So, yeah, I think you know what's kind of to go. You know how we talked about last time, how now instead of having the two worlds, they just have like human areas and animal areas. You know what's funny is that due to Donkey Kong Bonanza, that's how the Mario world is now as well. Because there's a moment, and spoiler alert, there's a character at the end of Donkey Kong Bonanza that enters into New Donk City, and he literally says, this is a human settlement. Like, what the fuck? You guys ripped off Sega. You guys fucking ripped off Sega again! Splash Hills Water, and I think no one who played this, who made this movie liked Sonic 4, because they just fucking destroyed that truck. Fuck you, Splash Hill Zone! You goddamn vines!
I'm wondering why they thought to run away in the car when they can literally run
faster. Yeah, I know, right? Well,
I love this bit.
Tails originally takes it to blend in, so he doesn't draw attention to himself. But yeah, at this point,
also like beforehand, Sonic literally just got slam dunked by Knuckles.
Yeah,
and he was kind of winded.
He glides. Look at that! He glides again.
I love the bit where Tails is just like, "Do you trust me? Of course not. We just met."
Yeah, we just met. How was your ass doing that?
Everybody always points out, "Oh, Knuckles is so strong. He can punch stuff." Do you ever notice that Tails can fucking lift Sonic's dead ass weight like miles and miles in the air without complaining? Well,
no,
also
dude, the strongest is Rouge. She lifts fucking Omega and Shadow in Sonic Heroes. That girl can fucking lift.
Okay, but hear me out. Counterpoint: Cream the Rabbit can lift.
Oh, good point.
Yeah,
good point. Objection.
Yep. And big. Yep. Yes, I was gonna say.
Although, as we all know from Sonic Battle, Amy starves herself, so she's probably not that heavy to begin with. That's fine.
Amy, but she's also wearing like 100 pounds of extra weight on her at all times for training gear. So there's that.
Right? The Sonic franchise is fucked up.
How much of that is Cream herself, and how much that is Cheese helping her? Is to be debated.
Oh, her ultimate weapon, right?
Yeah, Cheese is the most powerful being in the Sonic universe. So Oh, guys, you weren't kidding about the shipping, like.
Yeah, like it's like we're not crazy. It's pretty fucking blatant.
I say this unironically. I love how with each movie, their relationship gets progressively gayer. I fucking love it. Like it's so great.
Oh, they did name it. They named it the Mean Bean. Okay, there's a lot more of the like the nods
References,
in this
yeah,
one, I noticed.
Yeah.
Oh.
F-.
I think the jokes are definitely landing better in this one too than the first one. Like, I don't know what it is about the writing that's different.
It's definitely a little more cartoony. Like the first one is obviously cartoony, but this is like extra goofier.
Yeah, there's a moment coming up that I think kind of goes one step too far into the goofiness, where the headless fish speaks to Sonic and Tails. I would have removed that part personally. That kind of takes it a bit too far for me.
I love that part because of just how nonsensical
so
it is.
Goofy, man. It's like again, like I will accept the alien talking animals, no problem. But a human fish gets decapitated and goes run. No. What is going on here? I do not care for this. Buzz bombers. Look at those buzz bombers. I love them.
They are. Yeah. The designs of the Eggman bots are a little bit more of like what you would have expected in a 2000s kind of like reimagining of a franchise like this.
I was gonna say they listed very much 06 vibes.
No, but I'm more thinking about like a comic adaptation in the mid 2000s where like they're like, I don't want to say embarrassed because that feels like the wrong word, but it's like they don't want to look exactly.
I get you. No, yeah, Ted, I get. Well, it's like X-Men. We can't have him in spandex. Got to have him in black leather. It's that mentality.
It's just weird though because this movie very much is not embarrassed about its source material. Like it very clearly loves Sonic, which is I think good. If you're making a movie like this, you should love the source material.
Although I will say I'm okay with them having this look because I think it's okay for like this is like movie Eggman stuff, and because they wanted to keep it in line with what they had set up in the first movie. I think the fact that he is just the egg drones and the buzz bombers. This line coming up, when he the stairs. My wife and I say it to each other on almost a daily basis, just non-sequitur. Just, there are stairs. It's just like the greatest violence. It's so fucking funny. Just, there's stairs. Like,
okay, so that's good. That's like kind of what I expect for Knuckles. Like, okay, I think I'm getting more on board with it. I guess where it's like,
look, I mean, because it's a thing where like they go back to his original Sonic 3 design of like he's not stupid. He's lived in isolation and he's very trusting of people. So like when Eggman is saying all this stuff to him, Knuckles has no reason to doubt. In fact, there's actually a deleted scene when they get into the Mean Bean machine with Agent Stone, where there was a deleted scene where Eggman explains to Knuckles what lying is, because he has no idea what it is. And so I think that works perfectly for his character in this. After this came out, there were so many people who were like, they've clearly based Knuckles on Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy. And after seeing it for the first time, I remember specifically saying to TJ and Jonathan, I love Knuckles because he's basically Worf from Star Trek. And then in a interview with the writers, they said we based him on Worf. And yes, fuck you, Drax fans. Fuck you, James Gunn. Star Trek for the win.
Yeah. How dare the people who haven't watched a TV show from the 1980s reference the more modern thing that they've actually watched? How dare they?
Yeah, that I guess Drax sucks.
Excuse me. Next Generation is 80s and 90s.
What was that first decade you mentioned there, John? Huh?
Yeah, but also Ted, if you include the movies, they go into the 2000s. So fuck you. Nemesis may be a
go to the 2000s.
Johnny, I'm using it to prove my point. Shut up. Nemesis may be a bad movie, but it was technically made in 2002. Thank you.
Yeah, speaking of Worf, Knuckles gets worked pretty hard in the next movie.
Okay, so this is like the only sort of, I would say sour point, because it really doesn't mean anything at the end of the day. Like, Sonic has had this map for a long time.
Yeah.
And is this the first time something like this has happened? Like in his all those years of hunting that thing? It's like,
yes.
What was the trigger point? Did he just not touch a specific part of the map? It's like an on switch.
The trigger point was Knuckles is here. Shut up.
He had to bring the note to Wade Wilson. Come on.
Yeah, Wade is the key. He is the ultimate warrior.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Johnny, going off on that though, there is also a point where he has a feather of long claws, which he didn't have in the first movie. Stop doing that shit, movie studios. He didn't have it in the first movie. Where did he get the fucking feather from for this movie?
Maybe it was in his bag, or maybe that's what they were trying to do.
Maybe you're in his bag. Shut up.
It's better than in Harry Potter
Maybe
7,
I
where
am.
he just has this mirror he was supposed to get 3 books ago, but they just didn't include that scene, so he just has it now. And you were not going to explain this magical artifact or why it's important or what it does, because J.K. Rowling's a hack.
Yep.
Are they ever going to explain like why Tails is here and why he's helping Sonic?
Yeah, they do.
So yeah, they go into a little later. But I think it's something a little more elaborated in that tie-in comic where he's fascinated by Sonic. And he just wants to tag along with him because he thinks he's really cool. It's kind of just an extension of like their origins in the games.
Okay.
Yeah, I will say
without the bullying aspect.
I do wish specifically for this. I do wish Tails got a bit more screen time, especially because he spends most of the third act unconscious. So I do kind of wish there was a bit more Tails in this movie. But I'm glad it's Tails. I'm glad he's here.
I got the feeling from the previews I saw that Tails was going to most likely get overshadowed by Knuckles, which I mean I guess makes sense because he's
Over Knuckles.
Whatever.
You can't Shadow's a different character.
Well, Shadow's also going to overshadow Knuckles in the third movie as well. That's like, I haven't seen it, but I assume having the new villain beat up the old villain to prove how badass he is like an anime tradition.
Although, you know what? I'm going to do a quick slight spoiler for this movie and the next movie. Using the transient property, we can confirm Knuckles is the strongest character. At no point in this movie does Sonic actually defeat Knuckles in a fight. Knuckles wins every physical confrontation they have. And while that's true, Shadow overpowers Knuckles. The fact that Sonic is able to defeat Shadow in a fist fight means that Sonic is stronger than Shadow. But because Sonic was unable to defeat Knuckles, Knuckles is the strongest. Fuck you, he's the best.
Why? No, you're overthinking this. This could just be like a Fire Emblem weapon triangle thing, where like Sonic beats Shadow, Shadow beats Knuckles, Knuckles beats Sonic. Because Knuckles just has an axe shoved up his ass, and Sonic has a spear shoved up his ass. And Shadow
I mean,
has a sword.
they do shove a lot of stuff up their asses in these games. That's check out.
Yeah, Knuckles fits the entire
This one lets me time
Master
travel
up there, and it's bigger than him. So you know.
You mean without the time stones? This scene makes no sense because Jason Marsden, he is like as muscular, if not in better shape than all of the guys. The only reason he has a shirt on, is because you can't see how fucking ripped he is. It's insane.
Is he in like other actiony movies where he has to be?
Dude, he's in the X-Men movies. He was fucking Cyclops.
Yeah, I don't associate Cyclops with peak physical performance.
You clearly haven't seen X-Men 97.
Yeah, but that's not movie Cyclops though. Like we're talking specifically.
I will say though that opening scene of X-Men 97 when Cyclops takes out that room of goons did so much positive press for the Cyclops character that the rest of media outside the comics have just fucked them over for the last 20 years. So look how big his biceps are. He's got bigger muscles than the other guy does. What the fuck?
I know.
I know that like for the people who have to your Chris Hemsworths of the world, like the diet that you have to be superhero movie buff is ridiculous. Like the amount of protein and working out you have to do so that
you also have to be really dehydrated, so your skin.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that myself because then Hugh Jackman needs to dehydrate himself constantly to get that veiny look.
Whenever he had like a shirtless scene, he wouldn't drink anything for like 2 days before the filming that stuff.
No, I mean, listen, like I will at one point hope I like to be cut up like that too, but I like to drink water.
Johnny,
Water's great.
It's fine. Just drink vodka. There you go. Cut out the middle, man. There you go.
I'll be right back.
The ironic thing is, if you ask most women, they liked how he looked in the first X-Men movie.
The erotic
Yeah, because
thing?
he had like it was a certainly more natural look.
Are
Yeah.
you saying that they're appealing to the male idea of what women think is attractive instead of what women actually think is attractive? No,
Well,
that's
yes,
stupid.
clearly because nobody who was making comic book movies in the early 2000s knew what women wanted. I mean, case in point, Bryan Singer directed those movies. You know what the fuck women want.
Oh my god.
I will say, like, I think I said last time that I think Sonic 2 is a better like Sonic movie, but I think Sonic 1 is a better movie. I would say that there's a handful of scenes that I'm like, uh, this section for the next like 5-10 minutes of what Sonic and Tails do, I could have done without, if I'm being perfectly honest with you.
No, I'll disagree. I think we needed something like this to develop their friendship and like to put them on the same wavelength.
In that regard, I agree. Also, this
Oh, they're
outfit here.
adorable.
Yeah.
There is in the English produced Sonic the comic, there was in the early issues, Robotnik had taken over the planet and Sonic would travel around in a get-up pretty much like that. He would pretend to be a penguin called Bob Beakley. And he dressed like, what the fuck, Frisch? What the fuck? I wish the color scheme was the same as the Sonic the comic outfit, but that is literally what he wears in that. So I'm hoping. I love also the one-handed Miles Electric. Movie Tails is smarter than Game Tails. Game Tails has to use two hands to use his Miles Electric. What a dumbass! But it's like so, Johnny. In one hand, I agree with you that them having a bonding scene was necessary. I just think, in all honesty, a dance contest is cliche as fuck at this point in time. Also, the fact that, as we're going to see with the map, the problem with like when you have a character as powerful as Sonic. This thing with, oh no, some random Russian guy is holding his map. Sonic can get it back in less than a second. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I think, to me, like, the fact that the weather is so miserable outside is justification enough of why they can't go anywhere. You know, so them taking so long to get this map back, I think, just adds something to justify them staying there specifically. Because you're absolutely right. It's like, why can't he just do his Quicksilver stuff and just take the map back? He's literally the fastest thing alive. Like, what's going on
The
here?
theme song said that, but also, again, it's like I just think like a dance off. I mean, that was outdone back in fucking American Pie: The Wedding 15 years ago. We don't need more dance fight sequences in movies and this. And also,
You say 15 years, like American Pie was like 20 years ago.
no, but the third one, American Pie. Oh, in England it was called American Pie: The Wedding. I believe you Americans just know it as American
Gareth,
Wedding.
who fucking cares about American Pie 3 in 2020?
How fuck? It's 2025, you idiot! What are you talking about?
I mean, even at the time of this movie's release.
That was 2022. You get nothing correct today,
My
Johnny.
point stands.
I'm just saying again, dance off. I would have gone for something a bit more better than a dance off. That's just me, though. That's just me. Oh, so this was the moment when I said originally, this is the moment where Eggman originally tells him that he explains to Knuckles what lying is, because Eggman was like, the Hedgehog's lying about where he is, and Knuckles like, what is lying?
So is Tails from Sonic's planet originally?
They don't explicitly say that. I think it's slightly implied, but neither the movies or the comic book prequel flat out states that they are the one on the same planet.
Okay, see, that's my favorite line in the movie. What about him? The goat milker.
The goat milker.
I don't know why. It's just because just how nonchalant he just says it. Like, that's his status. That's what I should identify him as.
I will say there is, I'm sure it means nothing, but in the Knuckles portion of the comic book, when Knuckles is walking into the arena, you can see in the background Vector and Espio, no Charmy, thankfully, are in the background getting tickets. So they're canon to the movieverse.
Everybody, these kids are weird.
Let's beat them up.
Let's burn them to death, because that's what we do in this part of the country, I guess.
They look like they're trick-or-treating and their mom thought it was too cold out.
Oh, God. Jesus.
Oh my god, it's hipsters.
Just brought back a bad memory.
I mean, most of the time I have Halloween, it's snow up here.
Yeah, but like imagine this is 1995, 96, John, and one Halloween he wants to go as his favorite fucking like cryomancer Sub-Zero, and it's fucking freezing outside of Halloween, so my mom wears a coat. My mom has me wear a coat over a Sub-Zero costume. He's a cryomancer. Come on, this ruins the whole vibe.
Again, so we're led to believe that the fastest / one of the most powerful creatures on the planet, Sonic the Hedgehog, if not for Tails invoking this dance off, would have let one single guy throw him into a fire. Okay, it's good stuff.
He has to learn.
The flames will teach him.
Yeah, and this is like establishing that all the humans are cartoon characters, so that if we do a spin-off like Knuckles where Robotnik can't be the villain, we can still have some pretty goofy, wacky characters in Sonic's universe, you know?
Which is funny you say that, because I think that was already kind of like, maybe not as well established, but you kind of get the implication that humans are just as goofy with like the Commander in the first movie and Agent Stone.
This dude tattooed himself on his chest. The hell?
Tails, what have you signed us up for? I'm afraid we have to suck his dick, Sonic. Oh, okay, let's go.
Those are the rules, Sonic.
I mean, the Sonic series, just in general, I know has a lot of people who advocate for a lot of different tones for everything from, like, Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog on one side to, like, Shadow the Hedgehog Dark on the other. Like, and I feel like the general... I think for the movie, I'm glad that they aired more to the sillier side of that line, I think. Like, I don't know how 7-year-olds would handle Shadow yelling about that damn fourth Chaos Emerald on the big screen, you know?
Just wait to Sonic 3. Where's that goddamn motherfucking son of a bitch?
I don't know. It's
damn
hard for me to
Chaos
say,
Emerald.
because I think about like what I watched as a kid, and again, like
RoboCop.
Yeah, like unironically, you're not wrong. Like my
Kids,
parents
that explains everything about Johnny. He watched RoboCop when he was 7. Bitches
I played
leave.
Mortal Kombat when I was 5. Like I'm not kidding. Like my parents, as long as they didn't have a nipple or sex, did not give a fuck what I watched.
Same. I realized the other day I was watching the when I was 10. My parents let me buy the Street Fighter 2 anime movie on VHS. And I'm like that, and this was the UK uncut version. So it had a whole bunch of like hard like F-bombs. You got to see Chun-Li's boobs and like all the violence. I would never in a million fucking years let my son watch that movie at 10 years old. My parents fucked me up, son.
You were talking about 80s cartoons being like so edgy back then, and it reminds me that like all of the big rated R movies, RoboCop, Rambo, Toxic Avenger, they all had Saturday morning cartoons for some reason. So I imagine a kid watching
But that
RoboCop
was, like, after the fact,
being really
though,
into
really strange.
RoboCop, and
So
then they
did
watched
like
the
Police
movie.
Academy.
Yeah.
I think people realized at some point that, hey, maybe kids shouldn't be watching stuff where, you know, people's heads get blown off, you know, just a bit, you know, maybe that's like not great for a developing mind. And then they realize that, oh, you know, like there's a violence part of sex and violence, you know, it's not just there being a penis that makes something inappropriate.
You did the SA1 thing. That's it. We don't have to watch the movie anymore.
What SA1?
I know what that is.
He did the SA1 pose.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Oh, he did
That's
the.
what he did in
I
my
look
class.
away for 10 seconds and they do the physiologically impossible.
That's what those
thing.
legs mean. The SA1 pose.
Yeah, but see, like this, like I love this entire sequence. It's very fun. Like we needed a lighthearted bonding moment like this under the threat of fire. I granted. I realized what I just said.
Well, but I'm like, why does Sonic and Tails getting good at dancing suddenly make this guy not good at dancing?
Because
Nothing about this sequence makes sense. Wouldn't it be great if they picked him up and they still just threw them both in the fire?
Threw him into the fire.
Win or lose, the punishment is death.
Yeah. Those are the rules. You
Those
guys
are the rules.
set this up earlier.
You didn't suck his dick. Win or lose, you go in the fire.
Tails is 8 years old, Gareth.
Yes, the fact that and not the fact that he's a fox makes what I just said weird. Okay, Ted.
It's weirder that he's 8 years old than he's a fox.
He creates machinery. He's more advanced than most 50-year-old men are in this country. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Don't worry about it. No touchy.
I had a lot of friends who didn't know Tails' gender at this point, and when this scene came up and they gave the big hug, they were wondering if Tails was going to be his girlfriend.
I'm glad to see that argument or that
it's
conversation still exists like 30 years after the fact. Yeah,
because before Sonic 2 came out, like I guess just based on the title screen, a lot of people thought Tails was a girl.
I remember, I think in Spanish translations and in Latin America specifically, I think Tails is identified as a female.
Like still to this day, or just back then?
I think back then, like throughout the entire Genesis era.
I will say this moment here is adorable, where Sonic puts the blanket on Tails, and then Tails' tails wrap Sonic up. This is adorable.
And throws him into the fire.
Yeah. I didn't ask for that, Tails. He just kicks Tails into the fire.
Wait, we weren't drunk. They are crazy creatures. Oh, God.
So is the implication that lady sleeps on the floor of this place every single night?
It's fucking freezing outside.
So do you remember when we talked about in Generations, Sonic had those weird brown lips for a few games?
Yeah, I a chocolate bar.
I don't care for movie Sonic's like pinkish lips. Don't give him lips. I don't care for it. Take him off.
Does he have lips? I didn't really notice.
If you really look at his model, he has discernible. They're small, but he has discernible lips. And there's two moments in this scene where Sonic goes to Tails, "Hey, wait up." Sonic wouldn't do that. Sonic's faster than Tails. You guys fucking.
Oh, he does have lips. That is weird. Oh, ugh.
I don't like it. I don't fucking like it. Take them away, please.
How has nobody found this before? Now? I
know, right? Also, I feel like this, obviously what they're going on here is like a fetch quest. They had to get the original map they had led them here, and then the thing they get here is going to lead them somewhere else. I feel like obviously, like fetch quest and question, it's a very video gamey thing, but it's not really a very Sonic thing, Sonic very rarely goes to find the trinket that leads him to another trinket, and blah, 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 blah. So it's... Yeah.
One emerald to rule them all.
You are right about that. It's mostly like go here, beat this guy up, go there, beat this guy up, eventually get to the end, and then
so at this point, obviously this gives this kind of new backstory for the Master Emerald and the Chaos Emerald. I don't know how you guys are, but obviously in the trailers and the promotional materials, we knew the Master Emerald was in this game. There was no real mention of, spoiler alert, the Chaos Emeralds until you watch the movie proper. I personally would have been perfectly fine if just the Master Emerald turned Sonic Super. I would have been okay if for the movie verse to not have the Chaos Emeralds. It just makes it cleaner,
At the same time, I agree that if they just kept it to the Master Emerald, that just empowers everything. I think consolidating the Chaos Emeralds into it, as we're going to find out later, is also a nice way of keeping things tidy.
Yes.
Because this movie could have easily been a scavenger hunt for the Chaos Emeralds individually, and then the Master Emerald.
Which they
very Dragon Ball.
Also, the writers say the reason why they didn't do that was obviously this movie had come out after the Infinity Saga, which was about collecting multicolored
so you
stones.
Didn't want to like muddy the waters.
Yeah. Well, but also, even going back to that, I think the writers had said, were it not for the fact that there were 6 stones in the Marvel comic books, they wouldn't have had 6 stones in the movie, because that's just too many stones.
Yeah, getting 7's a lot to track down in a movie like this.
Yeah, and I want to say, I I think also the writers did say at one point they did consider just having it be the Master Emerald, and because you don't want to have Sonic go to 7 different places, even though that would make it more of a Sonic movie. Like visually, that could get kind of boring after a while. So again, I think, as Johnny said, it is a nice compromise to have the emeralds inside the emerald. I just still would have been perfectly fine if it was just the one emerald who does all the shit. To be fair, a lot of people can do that. It's called having a heater. Not that impressive, Robotnik. Shut up.
Hey, you never turned on a rig in a basement? Shit gets warm really fast.
You never just used a lighter? There are a few moments that the trailer would use light. So in the trailer, when Sonic throws that back, he goes, "Return to sender," which is actually used at a later point in the movie. I would have preferred it to be here, just because I'm so used to it in the trailer being there.
The one thing, though, I really do love about this movie over the first one is that it does feel more Sonic. Like it's something that everyone has like made a general observation for, but I feel it should be stressed that this movie does not take long to feel, I guess for lack of a better description, otherworldly. Like we're not just confined to freeways and interstates and then a city. Like towards the end of the movie, like we're all over the place in this journey.
There's definitely more attempt to put in Sonic iconography as well, like the snowboarding using a piece of scrap metal is a Sonic thing, like across multiple games, not just SA2 is the most famous one, but there's like the Sonic Adventure 1 and a couple of other places too.
Sonic 3. I mean, I would say him using it I mean, also in an earlier version of this scene, Sonic home attacks all the robots. He doesn't throw snowballs, and I kind of wish they kept that, because to me it's cooler than him just throwing snowballs.
It might have been easier to animate, maybe.
Those lazy fuckers. And because of this, because it plays Theme of a Summer Place, all I can think of is just Jasper from The Simpsons. It's the theme of the summer place, of the summer place. Was it this movie? There are so many needle drops in this, and I don't think they're as well chosen as the first. But also, there are so many moments where like that they have a needle drop over a very game Sonic centric scene. Put some fucking Sonic game songs in here, man. Come on.
Like, especially if they're past the Sonic 1 kind of stuff where they don't have to pay Dreams Come True for anything. Mm-hmm. Actually, I was surprised that the Pac-Man World 2 Sonic DLC came out this week at time of recording. Yeah. They remixed Green Hill for that, and it's like, I'm surprised Namco bothered to pay them for that.
Actually, Green Hill? Nice, because, I mean, Sonic Rumble has...
if there is a remix, I didn't hear it, because that was just Generations' Green Hill in the stage.
Oh, it was? Oh,
yeah.
I thought it was just was a new.
I think isn't the point stand though? Because if they're using Green Hill or remix or otherwise, I think they still have to pay Dreams Come True for that.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
So like I think that's what that was getting at, is like you have to bother Dreams Come True.
Well, again, it's because like Sonic Rumble has levels based on Green Hill and Chemical Plant. They don't use the Green Hill. This is the moment that Ken Penders almost killed himself. You gave Knuckles a father? I own that! I have the trademark for parentage in the Sonic universe. How dare you, Paramount Pictures?
Knuckles' dad didn't microwave him?
No joke. He actually made some kind of vague tweet about looking into speaking of his lawyers. But like, you don't own the fucking notion of Knuckles having a father, you freak! Like, what the fuck is the matter with you?
It's baked into his backstory from the original 1994 game. You didn't do that.
And even then, it's just at most, it's an extension of shit that was established in Sonic Adventure in 1998.
But you know what? I actually like this version, because obviously it looks like a fucking JPEG being dragged across the screen. It doesn't look great. It doesn't look great. Let's be fair. But I like the fact that in the movie canon, Knuckles knew his family. Obviously, in the games, Knuckles has always grown up alone. But I like how this actually, it explains somewhat how he got trained and how he knew his destiny. So that's one thing I've always wondered about Game Knuckles. If he really grew up knowing nobody, how does he know it's his duty to do anything? So I like how the movie version, has that.
I guess it's like, I don't know.
No,
Somebody wrote it down.
I'm correct.
On
They
the fridge.
fucked up. I'm correct. They fucked up.
You know,
Knuckles
No, but I agree. Like it's important that for the sake of just making something a little more coherent, he did have parents, and like his parents like instructed him, or at least gave him the idea of what he should be doing as he's growing up.
Oh, you guys weren't kidding about this wedding. It really does kill the pacing of what's going on.
Oh, it's only just begun.
Yeah, this is just the beginning of it, because like we're about to enter the fucking the wedding saga, I guess, of the movie. And like I'm not saying anything new here when I think it's the weakest part of the movie, because you know I primarily do not care for most of the human cast outside of the central figures.
They're playing Green Hill Zone. They have to pay that guy.
They do have to pay.
No, look, it's only for 3 seconds.
Yeah, but you know what's funny? Somebody pointed out that that's not the pitch of how that is. Isn't the original? You made a joke really about just downloading from YouTube. I guess someone proved they literally just downloaded a YouTube rip for this. It is not the exact version from the games. It's crazy.
Quick, get the POW version. It's
Get the
slower.
POW.
We don't have to pay them.
Get the POW version of Starlight Zone. It's low-fi as fuck, son. But I want to say, so to give a peek behind the scenes, we recorded the first Sonic movie commentary 2 weeks ago. We couldn't do it last week because Clement was living this scene for reals.
It's true. Sonic came in a ring and he covered the whole reception in snow.
Clement went snowboard and holding his wife to be on his shoulders as they went down a dangerous hill.
It's sort of the opposite. I was in the snowy world, and then Sonic came in from a hot, sunny world, and he melted all the snow in Canada.
Burn the fucking cake too. Fuck you, Sonic.
And then,
I was looking forward to it.
All the Canadians melted as well. Oh shit! We're sorry, eh? A boot.
My wedding was far more romantic.
They both dressed up as Sonic.
If they were a true Sonic fan getting married, they would have gotten 7 wedding rings, so they could have 7 rings in
hand.
Yeah,
no joke. At my second wedding, I walked out. When I was walking down the aisle, I played Worth a Chance from Sonic and the Secret Rings, and then at the reception, I wore a Sonic the Hedgehog like branded suit, and it fit better than my actual wedding suit did. Beat that, Clement. Fuck you.
Damn.
Damn. This bit is insane.
Conversation after this movie commentary over, it's like, we gotta do it again. He's
why
right.
the fact that he punches that guy is actually insane.
I
Tom
know.
punches so many people in this movie. He's a cop. So that's means I can do what the fuck I want. I'm a police officer.
Those are his police instincts, is to just go
I know,
immediately
right?
through violence.
It's just to violently. So a small thing, obviously, the reveal here that this is a sham wedding. Even the first time seeing it, at this point, people, like everyone's surprised to see Tails. No one expects a second alien. Yet, as we're going to see, Gunn have conveniently 2 cages. One for Sonic and one for Tails. If Gunn only expects Sonic, why do they have 2 cages for? 0 out of 10, worst movie ever made.
backup cage.
0 out of 10, worst movie ever made. What the fuck do you think it is, Tom? He's digging out this weird alien fox thing with 2 tails. Who the fuck do you think it's called Tails? Again, police officer, not the smartest man in the world.
What a dick.
No, you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that shit.
Wait, so they made a fake wedding to catch Sonic?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't like, again, I think in isolation, this scene is very funny. But if you think about it for a second, it actually causes so, like, at not one point, did they expect Sonic to show up here? Honestly, because unless Robotnik happened to come back on, if Robotnik had come back to Earth 2 days later, or even the next day, Sonic wouldn't have appeared at the wedding. So the fact that it's an elaborate plot really doesn't make any sense. It's nice. It's nice for. That's great. That's a great gag.
That is a great.
It's nice. It's nice for world building to it. Like they explain how Gunn got set up, and the fact that we have Gunn in the movie universe is fun. But again, it's just like it doesn't. that's why I say I think the first movie is a better movie, because like there's nothing in the first movie that, if you think about, doesn't make sense. There's a bunch of stuff in this movie if you think about it for more than a second, and like why, like again, why is this a sham wedding for? Why is it in Hawaii? Like none of this makes any sense. We're fighting a bunch of robots. I've got a bow and arrow. None of this makes any sense.
I mean, there's a large amount of leeway you consider giving a movie's plot or writing, given that, you know, it's meant for kids and that sort of shit. Obviously, like, but I don't think necessarily that it should be used as a reason to not at least adhere to some sense of like narrative structure, and that sort of thing.
It has to follow a logic, even if it's cartoon.
Sorry, Ted, but Johnny, to quote you in the BrainScratch Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric LP, saying it's just for kids is not a good reason to express mediocrity.
But I didn't get to finish my sentence.
I just did. You've been bamboozled, son.
He's got you there.
Yeah, but like I was going to get into that. I feel that enough effort should be placed so that you can't just pick it apart easily, because, well, at least you can't be so blasé about it because it's a story written for kids, because I think kids should be treated with a little more respect in regards to like trying to digest a story and that sort of thing.
Yeah, like obviously the wedding being a sham is partly a joke, partly plot moving forward. Yeah. And, you know, like some stuff can be excused in the favor of it's funny. Like there's a cartoon logic for a reason. Like Wile E. Coyote doesn't fall until he notices there's gravity, because that's the punchline. It's trouble when you're trying to mix actual plot progression with what is funniest at the moment. I do feel like this entire wedding scene does exist purely to give the human characters something to do. Because they have to be here because they were in the first movie. Again, the reason why there's a wedding away from home is so that Tom and Maddie are not just available to help Sonic when he needs it. So that is the reason why there is this wedding. And they said they made it racial with him because she was a big fan favorite from the first movie. But this does a problem. So Sonic 2 has an issue that I think a lot of like comedy sequels make, where there will be like characters that worked in one or two scenes in the first movie that they just like bombard you with in the sequel, and it doesn't always. I mean, I think about like Men in Black 2, how like the dog is a main character, and like the four like coffee drinking aliens are our main characters. Like we didn't need that, we didn't need them, and that's why in Men in Black 3 none of those characters are around, and why in Sonic 3 like Wade and Rachel both have like one scene each. Yeah. Because they were like the human element
outside of like the important characters is greatly diminished.
Exactly. Kristen Ritter's the glue that holds Sonic 3 together. Yeah. She is such a waste of a character. I love Kristen Ritter, but like that character is so worthless in Sonic 3.
Call me an asshole though. I kind of wish they didn't follow up on. Okay, thank you. I did ask.
I'm just doing what you asked.
Yeah, I you know, like they use an anti-gravity field to send that guy up, and they don't know if he's going to come back down. I wish he never came back down. Like I wish they just killed the man.
I wish when you get the Sonic 3, when Super Sonic and Super Shadow are flying through space, you just see him. He's still just rising
on the moon.
Yeah. The ultimate. Yeah. He's just dead on the moon, like Wozniak from South Park. What if she threw that thing and it just decapitated everyone who was there? This movie's going some dark places, son.
This is a red wedding.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just thinking about something here. It's the dedication to this mission to like have somebody like sneak in and be someone's fiance for like years plus in order to get a wedding done. Like, there's so many good jokes they could have done with that, and they're not committing to the bit. I don't appreciate it.
I will say, though, the fact that the Olive Garden guy does call this Operation Catfish, I think is a damn good joke.
Yeah.
Again, at this point, this is just the Rachel. Again, I think in isolation, this scene is hysterical, but it drags the pace of the movie down so hard, you know, which is why I think I'm grateful in Sonic 3. There's no, like, in Sonic 3, every scene is progresses the plot forward. You don't need this shit in Sonic 2 right now. You really don't.
So it's frustrating. This movie, because they added in a wedding scene and they introduced these characters and they introduced this plot point of the wedding's fake. Also, I appreciate the heart music. I love Barracuda.
Yeah.
So, like, I guess if you want this character to have complete development, like, this scene's necessary. It's just, you put in one thing to pad for time, and then suddenly, you give a mouse a cookie, and suddenly now there's an extra 20 minutes to to this movie nobody asked for.
I'm just saying, it's like, again, in isolation, this stuff is funny, but like, we could have taken this 10 minutes and given Tails more character development, Because like, I fucking want Tails to have more screen time, and it's call me crazy, but I want Tails to have more character development and more screen time than the original OC's wife sister character.
I think maybe the idea behind it was that when they eventually get to the Sonic and Knuckles bonding moment, they maybe thought that 3's a crowd, and it's easier to write or have more focus if it's just Sonic and Knuckles.
Well, no, again, it's like I have no I agree with I have no problem with that moment just being Sonic and Knuckles. I'm saying like we could have had Tails should have woken up beforehand, and Sonic could have still left on his own.
That is a good point.
I just feel like we could have had more moments with Tails, and especially I think Tails is serviced pretty well in Sonic 3, but again, because at that point there's you have to bring in Shadow and Gerald Robotnik, and then we have flashbacks with Maria, Tails and to a lesser extent Knuckles again kind of get the short end of the stick in terms of like screen time and having something to do. Again, because spoiler, if you go back and watch Sonic 3, Knuckles is the MVP every time they're in a jam. Knuckles, with the exception of the initial confrontation with Shadow, every other time there was a moment where it looks like they're going to lose, Knuckles saves the day. Knuckles is the MVP of Sonic 3. I know, right? I am 1,000,000% muscle.
That happens in a lot of ensemble movies like these, in superhero, fantasy, or sci-fi movies. Like, even if you think about a movie like most of the Star Wars movies, for example. Like, does Chewbacca ever really do anything? Not really. It's like...
He fixes the Falcon in Return of the in Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, it takes an entire movie and a half to do something that's relevant to the plot. My point
do exactly. It then.
Yeah, it's like fucking fixing a Millennium Falcon. It's not like crop dusting, Ted.
Listen, my point is that it's very easy in these
I love how for a second
movies.
Ted clearly tried to think of a Star Wars reference and couldn't think of anything. I'm the force be with you. Fuck you.
Listen, I guess the point I'm trying to make is it's very easy in movies like these for characters to feel useless, like they're not doing anything. Like, when was the last time Black Widow did anything cool in one of the Avengers movies?
Yeah,
when she died.
I say this all the time. Sometimes characters exist to supplement other characters. That doesn't necessarily mean they need to be a focal point themselves. The problem is that what if you also really like that character and think they deserve a little more screen time or writing?
I think one of the biggest examples to go back to James Marsden is Cyclops in the X-Men, especially X-Men 2. Cyclops gets like sidetracked insanely in that. He's like, again, unconscious, not in the movie for like 3/4 of it. So it's the leader of the X-Men gets like the least amount of screen time in that movie.
To be fair, Cyclops does suck. And nobody likes him, and nobody has ever liked him.
Oh boy!
Except the X-Men '97 version. That
this is the point I'm getting at. It took him 60 years to get one thing that people like. Oh, they parted the seas with the Beyblade. Nice.
He's got the Beyblade. Nothing personal, kid. Roof.
That is a thing in one of the Beyblade animes. Moses parts the Red Sea with the Beyblade.
Yeah, he's not
lying.
Sacrilegious.
Okay, so the owl and echidna thing. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I get that they need to establish that Sonic's world is different than the human world, so they have to answer the questions of who is Sonic's family. But I don't know. Like, I don't know how I feel about, like, there just being, like, another ancient civilization of people that we now have to care about, on top of
We don't.
also...
They're all dead. All of the echidnas and the owls were wiped out. They're all dead now. Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it feels like a lot of...
Ah, look at that jerk! He can't even fly. What a dumbass!
I don't know. I just...
What were you saying, Ted?
I don't... Like, I don't... Like, I feel like we care a lot more about Knuckles' like, link to his tribe, versus, like, the owls just feel like kind of... I don't want to say shoehorned in, but it's like, it feels somewhat... Like, I guess, like, in SA1, the Pac-Man attack, or whatever the hell he's called,
Yeah,
like, he
Pac-Man.
could have been fighting owl people and we would have never known, but it's like, it feels like they're like saying there was this big thing and then they don't explain it. And I get that you don't want to overdump lore into something like this. I don't know. I'm conflicted on how I feel about it.
You have to give a reason why Knuckles' family is not a thing anymore. And I think tying it into the owl race, I think it's just a means of the writers just keeping things focal to the surrounding characters.
Well, again, because I want to say originally, I think I said this last time. Originally, at the start of the first movie, it wasn't echidnas. It was like a lizard, snake creature that was tracking down Longclaw and Sonic. And I think they just made them echidnas, and also they specifically on the map in the first movie. The reason why there is a Master Emerald in the corner is because they were like, if this is successful at some point, we will bring in Knuckles, and if you have Knuckles, you kind of have to have the Master Emerald. So I think that's more of a reason why they switched them to the echidnas and put on that thing, just to have backstory to set up this. Which I get what you're saying, Ted, but I think it works. I think the owls and the echidna works fine because we don't really care about the owls. We just care about Longclaw specifically because she was Sonic's guardian. Like, we don't really even meet or speak to any of the other owl people. We just know of this one.
I guess that's what I'm getting at, is that I don't really care about Longclaw because the movie hasn't given me a reason to care about Longclaw. She was in one...
And he's right about that, because the only reason why we even give a shit about her is because she means something to Sonic.
But I guess the other thing is that we don't really get a great idea that she does mean something to Sonic, because we see one scene...
Oh, no, I disagree. I I think that is one thing they do set up and keep bringing that Sonic is in multiple times across all three movies will bring up and mention Longclaw. I mean, I completely understand it if the amount of screen time and what she doesn't connect with you, that's fine. But I would argue that the movie actually does.
So I've only watched the first movie one time.
Repeatedly.
And I'm just watching this for the first time now, but from what I remember of the first movie, there's that first scene where Sonic's like, oh no! Which, okay, yeah, but then I feel like he doesn't ever really bring her up again or mention, like, I miss you, I don't know what I'm doing without you, like...
Yeah, he does.
Does he?
It's the entire reason why he gets depressed.
No, I thought he got depressed.
I
thought he got depressed because he didn't talk to anybody and he was alone.
But that's compounding the issue that was already there, though. It's a combination of a couple of things.
I got more of the idea that it was just the loneliness as opposed to missing Longclaw specifically.
Well, to be fair, like, we were talking over the movie. If you go back and watch the first one, he does bring her up several times across the movie.
Okay, well then I'll take your word for that. In this, though, especially, like, we don't get the, like, Sonic never brings up to Knuckles, hey, you killed my mom, basically, like, why should I...
Yeah.
Oh...
There he does. He mentions that on the ice cap snow mountain.
Well, he says that it was a bad day for both of us, but he doesn't say, like, hey, fuck you, you killed my mom. You know, you're a dick.
Well, because for one, Knuckles wasn't there, so Knuckles wouldn't have done that. But Sonic does. He mentions that they both lost everything that day. Again, he may not be saying the exact words you want him to express, Ted, but I would say the sentiment is conveyed in the movie.
I don't know. I think maybe they could have laid it on a little thicker, I guess, is more what I'm looking for.
Ted wanted to go, Knuckles, you killed my mommy, now I'm mad.
Listen, like, I understand that subtlety and nuance is important, but also, like, and I also will acknowledge that show don't tell is important, but you also do, to some extent, have to, like, you have to make it clear enough that somebody can get the point that you're trying to make. You know, like if you want the.
I also think to stress again though, because you yourself brought it up. This is your first time watching the movie, and it's in a commentary setting.
Yeah.
So you are not absorbing everything as if you're watching the movie by yourself with no distractions.
Yeah, I could be wrong. You know, wouldn't it be
I
the
love
first
this
time?
moment. No, I love this moment. Goddamn labyrinth zone.
Still easier to navigate than the stupid jungle in Sonic Adventure 1.
Yep. I will say, I wish at this point he says Secret Temple. I wish he would have said Labyrinth. You know,
okay, Labyrinth Zone.
This piece of music is awesome. This like 20 seconds of violin music is the best piece of music in the movie, and it's not on the soundtrack. And I'm so mad at Junkie XL. Also, just this moment here with the spin dash, and the way he jumps is hysterical. Was his. I love that.
That
so
does
funny.
look like a frame that could be a sprite from one of the old games, honestly.
Again, it's like a lot of fact. Even though we're on Earth, we've had City, which is a Sonic staple. We've had Ice Mountain, and now we have Labyrinth. Like they are really going for. I would say probably this, even more so than Sonic 3. This movie I think has more iconic, it's like Sonic game iconography in terms of like levels than even Sonic 3 does, and I really appreciate that.
You could say Hawaii was Emerald Coast too.
There you go. Or Neo
yeah.
Green Hill Zone, or Green Hill Zone, or other Green Hill Zone.
It's Hilltop.
I know we can't really hear it because we're doing a commentary. They don't do much with the music in this in terms of reference.
No, there is aside from again Tom's phone doing a YouTube ripped version of Green Hill Zone, there is no Sonic music in this at all. You know, also I'm going to point this out just because I thought when Sonic and Knuckles first start fighting, there's this really cool like electronic like bass music. Which I thought, this music's pretty sweet. You check the credits, they fucking took it from Ant-Man and the Wasp. It's like the best. Like how bad are you at your job, Junkie XL, if you have to take fucking music from one of the worst Marvel movies for the like big fight between Sonic? Because again, in Japan, this movie was called Sonic
Ant-Man
Movie
and the
2:
Wasp
Sonic
isn't that
versus
bad.
Knuckles.
It's fine.
It's not that good either.
It's yeah, that doesn't.
It's not that good either.
Listen, would I watch it before I watch Iron Man 2 any day of the week? So not.
Either way, the whole music thing would not be at the very least remedied until the third movie, and that is what makes that movie so fucking good. Is that they finally decide to start using music from the games, and lo and behold, it enhances the experience. Who would have known?
What's great about Sonic 3 is that I think we all expected Live and Learn. It's not just Live and Learn. There's several pieces of Sonic game music, which is great. I know we're jumping way ahead here, but when the fucking arc starts rising from the water and it's playing the 06 theme, like
They play
know
the Sonic
what
06
sucks,
music? What?
Yeah, well, Eggman's theme. Eggman's theme from 06 Unleashed and Colors. This is the moment here, the fucking Ant-Man music. What the fuck, man? But like, you know what's weird though is that for whatever reason, Johnny, the soundtrack version doesn't have that. The soundtrack version,
does it not?
No, because it has that music track, but the 06 Eggman theme is like one layer of the music in the movie scene proper. The soundtrack version removes that, and I don't fucking know why.
That's weird. I hate when
It's
do shit
annoying.
like that.
This is pulled straight from Sonic X.
Yeah.
Yeah, the soundtrack, the titles on Sonic 3, they're all quotes from SA2, which works really well. Like,
that's true.
Wow, he's fast! It all starts with this. Suck my dick, Eggman.
I do appreciate that they.
I don't remember this part of the story.
Oh, my version of SA2 is different from yours, apparently.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I do have to say I appreciate that they emphasize that Knuckles isn't just strong, but he's fast. Because like he's like not as fast as Sonic, but fast enough to keep up with him. Generally speaking, they don't. A lot of other material for Sonic outside of the games will often be like, "Oh, Knuckles is only slow; he can't run fast," which I appreciate.
Yeah. I also I appreciate that moment where, like, in a lesser adaptation of this, Sonic go and look over there with Trick Knuckles. I like that this version's like, no, I'm not a fucking moron. What do you take me for? Like, I love
fucking rock in my hand. I am not turning around.
I love that joke where Eggman goes, a more advanced brain would have seen this coming a mile away, or 1.6 kilometers. That's such a funny joke to me. I love that. 1.6 kilometers. I love how, like, we said it last time. Movie Eggman is really nothing like game Eggman, but I love movie Eggman so much. He's so funny.
I think movie Eggman works in this scenario.
Totally. I don't want game Eggman to start turning into movie Eggman at all, but the movie Eggman's awesome. So this plot point, they again, to bring back Sonic the comic, that they did there was a story arc that was like this where Eggman got the powers of the Chaos Emerald and basically became a god. Which again, I'm not sure if this. I doubt the writers for this movie even read the Archie comic books, let alone the British only, 20 years out of date comic book at that point. But I do like how that's a thing. I like it.
But also, it's very simple to understand. Like a big jewel, like containing the ultimate power.
He set the life of the game.
Yeah, it's easy to understand. And it's like this is a powerful artifact. People watch Lord of the Rings; they know what the One Ring does.
I don't really know what the One Ring does. It's a little unclear sometimes. It's like it can make you invisible, but like also you also gotta like hear this guy being like, "I see you," and then it also is a GPS tracking signal for these hooded dudes, but sometimes not.
That's
really.
the thing, though, because like we all know, like in the game's continuity,
they got a bubble.
In the game's continuity, like everyone associates the Master Emeralds not so much about what it can do itself, but its ability to neutralize the other emeralds. But in itself, like, was Sonic 3 the only game to emphasize that it could be used as a power source?
I believe so.
No,
SA1,
SA1 isn't Eggman trying to use the emerald shards for shit in that?
No. Eggman
it's-
doesn't care about the Master Emerald in SA1 at all. Although Knuckles does use it as a TV to look at the egg carrier at one point. So that's kind of cool.
Doesn't Eggman break the Master Emerald to get Chaos out of it, though?
No. Well, yeah, he's there for it, I think, but I think Chaos did most of the heavy lifting anyway.
Yeah. My Hour of Sorrow. I love Idris Elba so good at this, man. I love it. Or I could let you die, for I am mighty. And now we've all run out of things to say.
Yeah.
Let's just end the commentary here.
This is kind of the issue, is like when you're commentating over a movie that you genuinely enjoy, you just kind of get lost in it.
How dare I try to actually see
But you want to bring it back? I was like, all right, they're about to have another sand tossing competition. The loser has to suck the other one's cock. And Sonic's like, God damn it, again with the dick sucking.
So again, in terms of iconography, again, this movie gives us the tornado, albeit slightly briefly, and as we're about to see, Death Egg Robot and Supersonic. There is a lot of, again, I can understand like the first Sonic movie. It is quite light, aside from like obscure Easter eggs in the background. It is quite light on Sonic iconography. This movie is like, nah, man, we're a fucking Sonic movie, son. We're a fucking Sonic movie through and through.
If I had to say something, I would say that when he was drowning, I wanted like a more bombastic version of the drowning theme from the games, you know?
Yeah.
You know what's weird? I think so many people convinced themselves they heard that.
Me too.
Yeah.
But like,
I was
you
listening
don't,
to
you
it, so I
don't
was like,
see
I
it,
don't
yeah.
hear shit. Yeah.
I like how that
What are you
island
talking
kind of
about?
looks like a chili dog.
Also, I couldn't help but notice that Wade lost his gun between this movie and the first
Everyone lost
So I'm
their
wondering,
guns.
who did
Even
he-
Gun
who
had
did
a
he
bunch
kill?
of tasers. Gun have tasers. You're not called taser. You're told fucking gun. Get the guns out. Well,
One thing I like about this movie, and I wish the Mario movie had, is they take time to actually develop the character dynamics, which, like, because that's one thing that bothers me about the Mario movie, is there's, like, maybe 2 scenes in that movie, I think, where characters just talk to each other for more than 30 seconds. It's like when when Mario and Donkey Kong are at the bottom of the ocean and Mario and Peach talking on the Rainbow Road car. It's like, that movie doesn't take a second to breathe and just like have characters.
No, it does not. It's very breakneck.
Yeah, they have the characters like.
because that movie,
I appreciate this movie takes the time to do that.
Well, again, like, because I like the Mario movie. It is shallow and nonsensical and dumb as fuck, but there's no plot to that. I appreciate the fact that also most of the Mario movie is the equivalent of just jangling keys in front of a toddler. Like, this is something you remember from the games. Like, what? Like to go off on the smallest of tangents. Why the fuck are the Kongs like car people in the Mario movie? Doesn't make any fucking sense.
So that they can, because you have to go to the next action scene on Rainbow Road. You remember that from the video
exactly,
game.
that's the thing. It's like, we want to have Donkey Kong in the movie. We want to have Mario Karts. Fuck it, the Kongs are car people, because fuck you, that's why. It's like, oh, okay. Thanks for that. We have these things called power-ups that we keep in these little... Apparently, every single kingdom has power-ups that they keep in the same type of block. Why? Just look over there, mini mushroom. Oh, okay, thanks for that.
Damn, they distracted me with a mini mushroom
They
again.
did. Damn it, the cat suit got me distracted. I forgot about my kids again because of the cat suit was in this movie. So I love all of these vehicles have the gun symbols, and as we're about to see, the helicopter that comes down has SA2 on it. When we see that when Captain Olive Garden comes down.
So
no one's gonna remember his name is Walters. It's
it's Captain Olive Garden. I mean, that's what fucking Donut Lord says. He's like, Olive Garden guy when he comes in again. Got SA2.
So Eggman has the Emerald's power like in himself in this. He's
Yes.
not.
Yeah.
He's absorbed the Master Emerald.
So he's not like using it to power some big fuck you robot in this.
Oh, that's
instead.
just give
Not
it a
yet.
minute.
You just spoiled yourself there, Ted.
Well, it's not spoiling anything. It's like it's what he normally does.
It's what you expect him to do.
Yeah.
It would have been crazy if he just stayed in human form and had like Super Saiyan fights with Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles.
Yeah.
It would be very out of character though.
Also, no CGI. Jim Carrey's legit doing all this by himself.
No, they should have turned him into Doctor Doom from the 2015 Fantastic. He just starts exploding people, very very graphically all over Green Hills.
Do they ever explain why Tom and Rachel are not arrested anymore?
You mean Tom and Maddie?
Whatever. Human characters I don't give a shit about.
Yeah, because technically Tom punched 2 federal agents.
Yeah.
Like less than an hour ago. He should be in like severe prison at this
Like,
point.
wasn't that... No, but that was a plot point when they were in Hawaii, was like, oh, Tom was imprisoned, and that's why Rachel and Maddie were trying to save him. Did they just not...
Well, I think
not paying attention? Like,
no, but I think, no, but Ted, I think that the fact that they said like Robotnik's back, we need Sonic. I think that's when Gunn was like, all right, then I guess we'll live. But again, you punched 2 of her agents, you're going to jail. The wife, you can get home, but we're not taking you there. Get back on your own.
Oh, cops don't prosecute other cops. Come on.
Wow, these gun tanks are only slightly more sturdy than in the video game.
I'm not sure if you guys know this, and just because of this movie introduces Tails, where in one of my favorite story arcs from STCs when Robotnik gets the powers of the Chaos Emeralds and he becomes like a god, or it might even be the Master Emerald. I honestly forget, but he becomes like a god, and the first thing he does is he erases Sonic from history, so he never existed, and so there was nobody to like. To stop Robotnik, so he's taken over everything. And at the end of one of the issues, it's this great moment where Robotnik just goes, "Say, Hedgehog, do you remember how you and your friend Tails met?" And he's like, "Sure, he was drowning in a lake, and I pulled him out and rescued him." And Robotnik goes, "But in this reality, you were never born. There was no one there to save him." And there's this awesome panel of just like, it clicks in Sonic's brain what that means, and he just falls to the ground. It's like, fuck, man, this is awesome. But also, to go off from that, this is also the comic book where there is a Tails-centric story where Tails rescues some kind of like magic genie, and he goes, "I'll give you a wish because you saved me and you're a hero." And Tails goes, I want this world to be rid of Robotnik. And no fucking joke, it cuts to a moment where fucking Robotnik is in a convertible car going down Main Street, and Tails is up in a building, and the genie gives him a fucking sniper gun. He goes, "Here you go." I swear to Christ, I am not lying about this. And the guy goes to Tails, here is your chance to rid Mobius of Robotnik. And Tails thinks for a second and throws the gun on the floor. And even as a kid, I was like, what the fuck is this? Jesus Christ.
Great job, Genie.
That's like a 2 wishes, right?
Like, I'm just saying, if that was Shadow, just now he's a bang. Like, before the genie can even get his words out, he's already taking the shot. Like,
this is like taking candy from a baby, which is fine by me.
The fucking Death Egg, it's huge in this movie, though. Like, goddamn. Like, I don't even think even the Death Egg robot was.
I don't know if I like the
Anywhere
colors.
near the
I think it might be more closer to the size of the Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Definitely, like malicious fingers.
But this is when the movie is like peak, like it's at its most Sonic, and I was so happy in the theater when I saw this.
And I knew it was going to happen, but I hate the fact that the tornado gets like destroyed real quickly. I was hoping they'd keep it for all the movies. And so they said because it's part of the plot, the tornado it's the same design, it's the same color scheme, it even has the emblem, but because its setup is just a what do you call it, those like advert flyers in the sky, it doesn't have Sonic on it, but it has 761 because I believe that is the speed of sound. So they couldn't have Sonic, but that was the next best thing.
And when Robot warps over to the panel, like, Agent Stone is getting electrocuted behind him. He's just like,
It's collateral damage.
He's wearing his and Tails is wearing his goggles like the OVA.
Why did they let them steal the airplane?
Just the fact that he's mimicking all the actions and doing it inside is so great, too.
Like, I want that as a reaction gift.
Why the hell did Knuckles jump off the plane?
Because he's an idiot.
What was the point of that?
Because he's an idiot.
I seen this in Smash Brothers once.
Fuck you, crazy hand.
He put guns in that thing.
Just like an SA-1.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like Sky Chase had guns.
Again, tornado. We barely knew ye. And that's how Tails died.
Can't have Tails being useful, God forbid.
That's a great reference, the old Mega Drive instruction manuals. And that's how Stone died.
I get that the green is supposed to be the Master Emerald. It is really weird to see something that color coming off of Eggman, though. It's like not something I associate with him. So it feels off.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he has nothing to do with it. Like, it is an alien energy source.
No, I know. It makes sense. I'm not, like, saying it was a bad decision. It just looks weird to me, specifically. Like, I don't associate Eggman
because you associate the color red with Eggman.
Or like a gray, or like, not green. Pretty much anything but green.
Yeah. Hey, you remember Green Eggs and Ham?
A Sonic team, maybe.
When do they jump into the air and say, because we're Sonic heroes?
They don't do that, but there is no joke. Something later in the movie that does reference the Sonic Heroes logo.
Okay, that's something.
I love this. The reason why Movie Knuckles is the best is because his plan is, let's just punch him in the dick a lot. The groin! Knuckles, like, let's just punch his dick 1,000 times, and that's how we'll win. Back before Ian Flynn stopped doing Sonic-related questions on his Bumblecast, I sent in so many questions asking if Game Knuckles has the same strategy of just punching dicks as Movie Knuckles does. And for some reason, he never answered it. I don't know why.
Well, it's funny because like the thing that you could infer is that he's definitely done it millions of times before.
The groin, always go for the groin.
I don't know. I don't like that Sonic just said that he's the groin. I that makes me uncomfortable.
I'm Eggman's dick. That's why I'm so small. Get fucked, Eggman.
That's what she said.
Exactly. We're talking about groins. Why not? Come in. Come in.
He does have a name, Dickweed.
No, but I was about to say, I love the fact that he calls him Fox. Like, one of my favorite lines, we missed it in the plane when Tails is like, no hard feelings for me hitting you with a car. And he goes like, I barely felt it. And my revenge will come when you least expect it, Fox. Like, I love the way Knuckles talks in this. It's like his dialogue is so good, man. Like, this is no joke. One of, if not possibly my favorite version of Knuckles across the entire Sonic franchise.
I appreciate that there's Knuckles and Tails interaction, because there's very little of that in the video games, actually. Like, I can't think of a conversation Knuckles and Tails have with each other, as opposed to, like, both with Sonic at the same time.
The only time I can think of that is in a Tails tube, and they're dubiously canon, so,
Whatever dubiously canon means for Sonic nowadays, anyway.
Hashtag everything is canon.
I guess Tails talks to Knuckles in specifically the Tails Sonic Adventure perspective, but that's also dubiously canon, so...
But also Sonic's there.
Yeah.
I would say it's weird because Sonic Boom has them interacting way more, just them two, than the main series did. And I think, again, Ian Flynn has brought it up as the fact that, like, they Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles are known as a trio, but it's like Sonic and Tails obviously have a very close relationship, and Sonic and Knuckles have like a unique friendship. But Knuckles and Tails, very little, if any, one-on-one interaction at all.
And they have like there's like a ton of great points for comedy in there too. Like smart person and dumb person is a common like comedic trio.
Well, again, like Game Knuckles isn't stupid. Like, again, Boom Knuckles, yes, but like Game Knuckles isn't dumb.
Yeah, well, there's
That's
a difference between being smart the way. Well, there's a difference between being smart the way Tails is and not being dumb. Like Knuckles would just be like, I don't know what you're talking about. What is this? I don't know. This is how I roll.
I will say, that is him going, I am also a hologram, is the closest to dumb Knuckles we get in this movie. But I still think it's kind of funny. I am also a hologram.
And just like Sonic 3, he knocks the emerald out of him.
And then he falls out the death egg and dies. Tails, you can fly, you bellend. How'd you fall on the floor?
So if Dr. Eggman got all 7 Chaos Emeralds and went super, would his mustache glow yellow?
I would imagine so, considering that's how Nappa works when he goes Super Saiyan in random alternate universe continuities. It's funny that way.
I want to say in Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, when Robotnik gets the Chaos Emeralds in that, he becomes super buff like Superman.
Faster, Sonic!
Isn't that your whole stick?
If you go back to the scene where like Eggman shoots him off the bridge for absolutely no reason, Sonic slows down and gets tired.
Oh no, that's common in anything with super speed. Is the characters will only be as fat.
Sonic though. No, it is a point that Sonic does not get worn out from running. So that was just done so he could get injured. There was no other reason why that happens other than, we need Sonic to almost fail here because movie.
I do enjoy the red color scheme though for the robot when it's because now it's running off auxiliary power with the emerald, no longer charging things.
The colors for the robot don't really work for me. It's mostly red. I think there's not enough of the yellow highlighting, in my opinion. You know what it reminds me of actually is the Superman costumes where they don't give him the underpants, where it's too much of one color. It looks better now, actually, where there's like the gray bits. There's more like delineation there. That's better. Like earlier in the movie, I didn't like the way it looked. Oh shit!
And here's our SA1 adaptation.
Oh wait, there were gray Chaos Emeralds there. Is that a reference to Sonic X with the fake negative Chaos Emeralds? where they used negative energy and turned Sonic into an asshole.
The fuck are you talking about?
The
Dark Sonic.
With the oh god, I can't even remember their name. What the robots from Sonic X?
The Zerax.
The Zerax. Okay.
No, sorry.
Oh, Metarex.
No, sorry. Metarex.
Yeah. Metarex.
Metarex.
Okay. They're so forgettable. Nobody can remember what they were called.
All right, then. Let's test them out. I love that scene with Dark Sonic.
It's just like you're about to call me out. I was like, you don't remember this, and you have a
remember that?
remembering
What
what
you
you're
talking about? You don't remember those evil robots from the third season of Sonic X? To bring that up there, so that last season of Sonic X didn't air in Japan until the first movie came out. Japan held on to that for like
holy shit.
Japan held on to that for like 15 years and didn't fucking air it for some reason.
That's crazy.
Oh, so they do Supersonic in this. Okay.
Yeah, I said it like twice they did them.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
No one listens to me.
It's like, oh, neat.
It's Goku.
That's Goku, son.
I mean, is Goku done better than the movie version of Goku?
It's like, fucking, is that what? Well, yeah, by virtue of them being actually a thing in the fucking movie. It wasn't a thing in the movie at all.
Oh, so wait, so in Dragon Ball Evolution, he doesn't go Super Saiyan at all?
No.
Well, they were trying to make it more like the first
Why
Dragon
would
Ball.
he, though? It's an adaptation of Dragon Ball.
I know, right? Why would you want to do that? Dumb as fuck. I'm not sure, not to get political, but I'm not sure if this is a reference to Trump, where he goes, "There's good people on both sides." Like, I don't know about that. Like, that's kind of, you know.
That's a topical regardless.
I know, right?
Denied.
Okay, that's badass. All right. Damn it. Why does Sonic have to be badass? I hate this. This movie sucks.
But the fact that even if he wasn't super, I'm pretty sure I could have moved out the way. That was a very slow moving arm. You know, like that's pretty slow moving. And we're about to, again, the director Jeff Fowler worked at Blur Studios for a bunch of cinematics for Shadow, and as we're about to see here, nice little reference to 06.
Oh, you're gonna reference that
Later,
one?
hater.
Yeah. Well, fuck you too.
Later, hater.
To be fair, that's like the only like fun bit of anything that Sonic gets to do in that whole game.
Oh, I said as much in my own review. I said that opening cutscene kicked ass.
No, the best bit is when he throws the card at Knuckles and he can't pick it up and he falls and he stamps on it. That's comedic gold. He's STC Sonic, Super Sonic.
Yeah. What if there was actually going there? Like, just for a brief moment,
Well,
you
see,
think they're going there?
That's the thing, people. Yeah, like it would have been awesome if in this scene that they gave him the spiral eyes just to really fake you out.
Yeah.
But this is something the games never really do. It's mentioned a few times that the Chaos Emeralds, as they mentioned in the movie, have the power to like grant wishes and like what your thoughts are. But the games never really do that. It's just he just turns super and beats up robots. You know,
Well,
like
is it? I think I remember in Sonic Adventure 1, if they were referring to the Chaos Emeralds or Master Emerald specifically, I think Tikal says they turn thoughts into power.
Shadow says he can grant a wish, although I always took it as he's just lying.
Shadow says a lot of things.
Yeah. Shadow likes to take candy from babies, apparently. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, we're just fine by him with a prick.
Just fine, but you jerk! Give Cream back her candy! But yeah, it's just like, I wonder if that's something we might see. It's again, for like games like Unleashed or Frontiers, where the Chaos Emeralds are like really important to the plot. I am surprised there's never been even a bigger like reference to that. Or like why don't if Sonic when he gets the Emerald, wasn't he just wish that Eggman had no arms and legs? Try making robots now. Fuck you, man. Like
What the fuck? An actual Eggman.
You can't kill him. This is a kids franchise, but you can fucking make it. You can take his arms and legs away. That's fine. He's an Eggman. Don't worry about it. It's fine. And I can put it back together somehow, even though this is the first time I've ever seen this thing for reals. Wow, I am magic.
Trying to see if all those YouTube instruction videos paid off.
How to repair Master Emerald.
Don't worry, Knuckles. The emerald is exactly like Lego. It just snaps in place.
It's just like your shoes.
Yeah.
I will say Knuckles' boots look so I would legit wear a pair of movie Knuckles boots. They look so fucking comfortable. So as I'm saying here, as we're going to see in an overhead shot, they're positioned just like the red, blue, and yellow icons are in the Sonic Heroes logo. Sonic Heroes!
Yeah, they did that before they powered up to fight Neo Metal Sonic as well.
Oh god, what if that happens in Sonic 4? What if we see that fucking stupid robot dragon at the end of the movie?
They might do it.
No. Oh,
yeah, I think they might do it because again, you got to have a huge climax. So
we're running out of villains.
Just have to turn into, yeah.
That's the problem with the Sonic franchise. They really are. They've
just wait until the Deadly Six come back, baby.
Yeah.
You know what? I'd be okay with that. I ain't gonna lie. Like, that's fine with me. We need Mephiles. No, you know who we need? The Witch Carters. Fuck you, everyone who likes that game.
Who?
The Witch Carters from Tail Sky Patrol.
What?
Who? Where?
Don't you want to see the Great Cuckoo Army on the big screen?
The Battle Cuckoos.
The Great Cuckoo Army can't be in the movie if they don't exist.
I like the way he applies John's going to go back in time and stuff like that.
Got the master arm under my hand.
Your YouTube videos have been awfully green lately.
Oh, good. The beads are still monetized.
That's also a thing where technically just with 2 Chaos Emeralds you can travel back in time. Why don't they do that more?
Have you ever written a time travel story? It sucks. They know not to do that anymore.
They have though multiple times. Sonic CD, Sonic Generations.
Because they don't have the time stones. Gareth, obviously,
06.
without the time stones.
You don't need them. In Sonic 06, they go back in time using 2 Chaos Emeralds.
Yeah, but that also writes itself out of the timeline, so
You're
they
right.
don't know that anymore.
We need Maya from Rise of Lyric to send us back in time. I get you.
Oh, I forgot they went back in
Maya,
time of Rise
the
of
robot.
Lyric. God, why do you remind
For
me
that
of
one
things?
level that does nothing.
Why do you remind me of things?
I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. I think you're making that up.
I would have loved it if Knuckles just actually trashed their van. He jumped onto it. He just like breaks the back of the van entirely.
It would have been funnier if they just cut to there and he was already sitting in the truck.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Doing meth. He's a hero. Fuck, he's earned it. Fuck it, why not? I think there's chaos soda bottles. Nice little Easter egg. I like that. We did it, everyone. We somehow filled the last 20 minutes, even though we had nothing to say. Good job, guys. I will say this.
I'm so proud of us, guys.
This is. I don't like this. This is weird.
Well, see, I like these because they aren't just repurposing sprites from the games like the first one did awkwardly. I think this end credit sequence is a lot better than the one.
I think it's completely custom. Like
it
obviously,
is.
there are
It is
things that are.
It is completely custom. Again, there's a few things like we're gonna see another Blue Spear. No, sorry, Sonic 2 special stage sprites being used, but it just looks a lot better than the first one, which I assume this one was probably given more time and a bigger budget. So no shade on the people who did the first one, but it was bad and you should feel bad.
Also, Eggman's neutral stance there is based off of Axel from Future Ridge too.
Knuckles also did the power wave.
Yeah, I think the sprite animator for this sequence revealed that they were referencing Axel in Streets of Rage 2 with that pose. It's really cute. Yeah,
but they're playing Axel. Everyone knows Skate's the best character.
I thought I thought Max was the best character.
No,
I like
I
Max
never thought
Adam.
I'd agree with Ted, but Skate is the fucking man.
Adam's not in Streets of Rage 2.
Listen,
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Skate can jump up onto people's heads and go boom, 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 which is the coolest thing.
Skate is the only guy who can throw the fat guys. No one else can.
Wait,
I don't know how Skate does it. It's the smallest. Seriously, in Streets of Rage 2, Skate is the only one because he gets up and throws them over his shoulder. He's the only one who can throw the fat guys. No one else can.
I did not know that, actually, because I don't play as the other characters enough.
I know, right? Well, why would you? Skate's the only character worth playing.
Oh wait, hold on. This is they're gonna tell us that they want to join the Avengers Initiate or whatever.
My God, Project Big the Cat.
We know of an Italian plumber named Mario.
Mario. I know. Like for us, the audience, he pulls down the mask to show us it's him. But why the fuck would you do that in front of like 2 feet away from the guy in charge of gun who definitely knows who you are?
I remember in the theater, everyone popped off when Shadow showed up.
Yeah, everyone lost their fucking shit in the theater. When
Everyone was
that.
just shooting guns. It was great.
Yeah. How did they get those in the theater?
So here, what do we got? We got Sonic 3, the Mario Brothers movie, Teen Titans.
Oh, you better pause because it starts in
Paw Patrol again. Let's watch some Paw Patrol.
There we go. We'll go watch some Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol.
Fuck the Paw Patrol. All dogs go to heaven except for the glass traders in the Paw Patrol.
Yeah.
This movie, I think I liked it more than the first one. I think, by a good bit. Like, I wasn't, again, we mentioned this earlier, you're not able to pay close enough attention to the plot in a viewing environment like this to tell, like, if it made as much sense, but I thought, like, this was a lot of fun. I like this a lot.
Yeah, I think, like, the general consensus is that this is just a much more enjoyable watch than the first movie, despite thinking that I could still watch the first movie just fine. You know, I think there is quality to having a limited cast in the first movie compared to like how more like cinematic the second movie and especially the third movie gets. You know, it's easier to pay attention to shit in the first movie because of its small cast. At the same time, for someone that's looking for a Sonic movie to have more Sonic elements in it, I just think the second movie is just miles above the first one, despite the wet and stuff. I'm still not the biggest fan of it. And it's ultimately what keeps it from being like a great adaptation.
Is it generally agreed that the third movie is the best one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Generally speaking,
I think you it's harder to find someone who would think that the first and second movie is like the best one, but the third movie to me is not just a great Sonic movie, it's just a great movie, period. You know, I don't like it just because it's Sonic. I like it because I think it tells a great story.
It's funny because I'm pretty sure at the credits of Sonic 1 we had this exact conversation, but if you look at the Rotten Tomatoes, it's like Sonic 1 is like 64, Sonic 2 I think is 69, #nice. And Sonic 3 is like 86%. But like, which again is higher than most of the post Endgame MCU movies. Like Sonic 3 is just considered, as Johnny said, just a good movie, not just a good Sonic movie or just a good video game movie. Sonic 3 is just a good, and I think we can all agree it's due to us the fact that we get to see that little girl get killed on screen. Without that, trash.
In fact, like there's a part of me, Ted, that really hopes that you watch the third movie before we do a commentary on it. Because I don't think your first experience should be with a commentary.
Yeah, but then you don't get my live reaction to Maria getting shot in the face.
Yeah. Well, I'll say, Ted, I'll spoil it for you now, Ted. She ain't shot. They wouldn't have put that in a PG movie. But also, Ted, because, like, unironically, because you are a big fan of SA2, like John, I genuinely think you would enjoy it more if you're able just to watch it without me making dick jokes over the whole thing. Yeah. That's going to get annoying for everyone. I know that, but I'm still going to do it. So I think just for your own enjoyment, but I think you, as John said, I think if you watch it before the movie, before we do the commentary next, it'll just be a better experience.
I mean, I think one of the problems with SA2's plot in the game is that it's like very convoluted. Like they clearly thought of set pieces first and stitched a story together to make them try to make sense after, but with that said, like, there's still memorable bits. A chance to like rewrite the script but keep the memorable bits, I think, would do that plot line in general.
That's basically what the third movie is.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, to be fair, like, I will say, like, there's obviously there's characters and moments from SA2, but the general plot really isn't SA2.
Huh. Okay.
Like, in a very loose sense, it kind of is, but it is not like a beat for beat SA2 plot.
Which it probably shouldn't. That would not translate to a 2-hour movie particularly well.
Because also, I'll just say it here: there is no ruse de bat at all.
Wow. Wow. They denied people the furry bait that has existed for years. Wow. Sega clearly does not care about its audience.
It's all Knuckles is here.
Yeah, he is.
But yeah, I remember seeing this in the theater with you, John, and Nora, and that was a really good time. So
you went to the premiere as well?
No, I didn't go to the premiere. They saw it again with me when it came out.
Then who cares?
Johnny was gaining to join the humble masses, watching the movie with the plebeians.
I believe some call me Johnny was with girl. I thought I was girl.
Yeah, it was a good time, and I generally enjoyed myself more than the first movie, mostly because it was just they did the characters so right, and that was good to see compared to the first movie where the characters were done right, but it was characters that were being introduced to versus we have a general idea who Tails and Knuckles are to begin with, so we don't have to try to get you to like them. We already kind of knew going in we were going to like them, at least if they were done right. So
character interactions are so important in a movie like this, though. So
yeah, we got more interactions versus trying to set up the character, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, if you're doing it right, you can set up the character by doing those interactions. Like for Tails, like you can set up that he's somewhat insecure, nerdy kid who looks up to Sonic by exploring his relationship to Sonic. You don't have to have a 15-minute bit where you're being like, this is Tails, what does he do? He does the you can having another character speeds up that whole process a ton in writing.
See, I pitched that for this movie that when Tails appears, the screen just freezes and we get nothing but text for his entire bio for 15 minutes.
No, it fucking so it does a worse version of the Spider-Verse shit. it's like okay, let's get you up to speed.
And that's when I was escorted off the Paramount lot. They said to never return.
Wait, not again.
How does he keep getting back?
Not this guy again. My uncle's a janitor there. That's how I keep getting back. I'll just go quickly so Commentaries can finish up. Like I said before, I love the Sonic stuff, like the iconography, the characters, the locations, the stuff they take directly from the games. This might be my favorite version of Knuckles. I'm so glad that Colleen O'Shaughnessy was back, was able to voice Tails in it. Although, one quick thing about the audio commentary ends, it's between the director and Ben Schwartz. And obviously they bring up the fact that Sonic's favorite food is chili dogs. They ponder if Tails has a favorite food. They don't know. So on the commentary, Ben Schwartz calls Colleen and asks if Tails has a favorite food. And she says, I don't think so, no. And I'm like, what the fuck, woman? You've been voicing this character for 10 years. How do you not know? How do you not know the obscure fact his favorite food is mint candies? You should be fired from this role and then fired from life. How dare you? 0 out of 10, replace it for Sonic 4.
Wait, so Ben Schwartz calls her in the middle of the audio commentary to ask her
at the end of which he's done that. I've seen several interviews where he will call up Colleen to ask her a Tails specific question, which I think is awesome. So I think this movie is
look at her caller ID and be like, oh god damn it.
Oh, it's this asshole again. Yes, Tails has 2 tails. Bye, Ben. But I'll say but I will say I still think Sonic 1 is an overall better movie. I think this structurally and its scripting is tighter than this movie. But Clement, please go on for half an hour about how much you love this movie.
It's good.
Good night, everybody.
No, it has all the iconography from the games, between like the snowboarding on mountains, labyrinth zone. The whole final set piece is amazing. I also love the characterization. I think that like Knuckles, I like that he never comes off as like a pure evil villain at any point in the movie. Like he's scary and he's intimidating, sure, but like you always get the sense from his conversations with Eggman that like he has a sense of honor, Eggman doesn't, and he's always questioning like, why do you behave this way? This doesn't seem right, but whatever. And I just think that the characters are so well defined and they just fit the game so well that like I couldn't be mad. Again, it comes back to like what I thought of a Sonic 1 where like it could easily just be like, hey, remember this 90s property that we're going to do weird stuff with? Whoa, it's Sonic the Hedgehog. Remember that? And no, this felt like a movie made for Sonic fans to appreciate the Sonic characters, using the iconography properly and correctly and giving the fans what they want. And that's what makes the next movie, Sonic 3, even better. So, great movie. Loved it.
Yeah, I think I'm really looking forward to us doing the commentary on the third movie on the next time we meet up for this. But again, I have to stress, Ted, I think you should really watch it before we do. Like, I think you owe it to yourself as someone that like
that hates this franchise.
Essay too. Yeah, someone that hates this franchise. It was nothing to do with that. I think you should try to watch it.
I mean, there's a saying along the lines of, and I'm paraphrasing here, is that there's no truer believer than a convert. With that said, there's no bigger Sonic hater than a former Sonic fan. So,
No, Ted, I disagree. As I've said multiple times, no one hates this franchise more than Sonic fans.
But yeah, that was Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Thanks so much for watching along with everyone. We'll see you guys all next time when we tackle Sonic the Hedgehog 3. See you guys all then. Good night, everyone.
Not Knuckles?
Do you have 12 hours to commentate over all of Knuckles?
It's not 12. Well, 12 if Knuckles in the miniseries was 12 hours long, I would have blown my fucking brains out years ago.
It's less than 6.
Yeah.
And Knuckles is in almost every episode.
Oh my god.
I don't like that almost. I
would not be against an idea of doing a commentary on the miniseries, but not now. I'm not ready for it.
No, I mean right this second. Keep recording. Put Knuckles on right now.
I really don't want to.